Okay.
On a crisp, clear, cold football-type night, smack dab in the middle of Hazleton, it's the local sports pod with a walk between the hash marks. Your host, yours truly, Mike Sosar, the coach, Scott Sacco. Here to talk about so much what happened last week, but especially looking to ahead to Hazleton's first playoff game under Coach Sacco's regime. We'll get to that in the second half of this. Quickly want to thank our sponsors. We'll tell you a little bit more about them as we get up the field and we get to the half here. As always, our season sponsors, RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating, Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, / Dante's Inferno, the food truck. Our game week sponsor this week, they are back with us, the Anthracite Post. As always, our player of the game sponsor, Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, and of course, our on the bench segment with our special guest every week, Firos Funeral Services Incorporated. Quickly, just want to throw my points out for the night, and then we'll get to coach. We had senior night this past week. Regardless of the outcome, it was a good way to honor our seniors. This has been a tough one for them. New takeover, all new for them, but they stuck with it, all 14 of them. They got to this point, and like I told a few of them going off the field here Friday night, it is not over. It might be over on this field for you and in this venue, but it's not over. Even though the results of the season are not what we all expected, it's a new season this week. As I talked to Coach at the end of last week on the TV side, again, just looking at the positives, things got out of hand a little bit earlier. Once things got clicking last week, just might have been a little too late, but they hung in there. There was still the same fire. There were still the same guts, blood, sweat, tears, whatever, and did everything they could to hang in there to make it a game. JJ with his passing, Gennaro with his catches, his touchdown at the end of the first half. And again, it's just a new season. So stay with us, stick in there with us. It's not over yet. And a man who's going to tell us all about it is standing right next to me with his ears covered like we're in Alaska or Canada. So is our producer, Kelly. And here I am with a baseball hat and a hoodie. Who's wrong here?
It's 38 degrees tonight.
And what text did I get from you at 7:30?
We're going
outside.
We're going on the field.
So let's talk a little bit about Abington and the senior night last week and the game, and quite a hype in the house.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was definitely a special night. Honor our seniors. Not the way that we wanted to go out and end the season. But we knew coming in, Abington's a tough team. They got their star quarterback back, of course, for our game. He was back. He missed a big part of the season, kind of like how we lost Freddie. He was out for a big part of the season, so he came in, played in the first half, and definitely to work the rust off. And I mean, he looked good. He was throwing it, looking off guys. It was a tough game for us. We started off real slow on offense. We had our first 4 possessions, we had 4 punts. Then we got it going right before halftime, and actually were able to get down to the field and get a score right before halftime to give us some momentum. But by that point, the game was already mostly out of hand. Came back in, but just the way that all of our guys fought and played, and played their hearts out and played on the field. And you take that one, and again, learning experience going through, but you take that one, and now we head into this week 0-0 again.
Right.
New season starting over. Winner go home. So, and I said this weeks past. Do we deserve to be in the playoffs? No, we don't. But we're going to take advantage of it.
And Coach quickly will explain that reasoning. Not that our fans and our friends and our families and everybody near and dear to this program, but in 6A, right? 4 teams in District 2.
Yeah.
All 4 teams make the semifinals.
Yeah. So there's only 4 6A schools in our district.
Right.
So all 4, you get an automatic bid. into the playoffs. So, we'll be going up to Wilkes-Barre again, a team that we played, week 5. And I know we'll talk about that in the second half, but, we didn't even watch Abington's film tonight. When we watch film, it's on the Wilkes-Barre and moving on, and, looking for that playoff win. And, you do that and you get a win in the playoffs, you could pretty much erase your season of what, you've had happen. It's nice because we're starting to get some guys back. We're finally healthy, going in with most of our strength back. Everybody will be playing. So pretty excited for that.
Yeah, Coach, we talk about the fire. It's been a thing on the sidelines all season, those games where your Cougars did get behind. But, being on that field every week since week 3, the first 2 weeks I did not work with SportsWire. But just, the last 8 or 9 weeks of being on those sidelines, I never see this bunch get down.
No, that's for sure. They never do. They always play hard. And it's been a tough season where most teams would pack it in and just, give up. You have a losing record. We only have 1 win on the season. And I mean, a lot of our games weren't even really close games. A lot of our games, but it's that learning process and that learning curve.
And the leadership that's been there, just especially with these seniors, really blows me away. I'll use another Jake Zabataki story. 2 weeks ago, I believe it was against Dallas, we were down pretty bad at the half.
Yeah.
At least by 3 scores, I think it was. I don't remember exactly, but, I had a few minutes. There was a timeout when I came down to do the half interview, and I said to Jake, "You're not out of this one yet." And he said, "No, sir." And I know Jake. I mean, he's bigger than you now. The no, sir is just the general answer on this team. But we had a conversation, and I said, take it in at the half, rest it up, bring yourself back out and start fresh. And he looked around and he says, that's what we all need to do. And he said, you guys need to hear this. I mean, just, being down 3 scores, I think it was 21-7 or 28-7. I don't remember. But just the conversation sticks in my mind of many that I've heard this year or have had the opportunity to have with one of the guys or any of the guys that I've been able to speak with on a personal level. But I mean, in the middle of a game, to have that type of conversation, to show that kind of leadership, and that's what this team, and a couple of weeks ago, I know Joel Vasquez, I guess it was, when we stood here, and he said, this is what my coaches are teaching me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a moderate photo, so to speak, of what you're laying down here and what these kids are going to learn as they go along. Again, we mentioned how young this team is, but just to hear that from somebody who's only playing under your regime, yourself, your staff for 9 months, as we take it back to the summer, I mean, that's very notable in my books.
We're building something special here, and we're trying to take it. And the first year that we're here and our staff's here, it's been a rocky road, but over the summer, I think a lot of people probably watched it on Netflix, the Dallas Cowboys, and a lot of people forget that year that they were 1-15, and then the next year they won the Super Bowl, and then they racked up 3 in the next 4 Super Bowls. But a lot of people, and I'll be honest, even I forgot that till I was watching the documentary.
It's coming from a Dolphins family.
Yeah. So, you watch that and you forget, and they said, that was their motivation going forward. They were 1-15 in the previous season, and it's just so special when they actually did win, because they had so many guys that were on that team that were part of that 1-win season. And, we're trying to now take that and look at it from that aspect, but we want to get some momentum going into the offseason.
As I've said, it ain't over yet.
What a better way to do it than
as
to
far
do
as
that in the playoffs.
Goes. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. A win. We talked about clicking. We'll talk about clicking a little bit more when we get into the second half here. But things are about to click. I have a feeling after what I saw last Friday.
I feel that way too.
So all right, we're gonna call the boys in here because they look like they're freezing to death. I don't know. Again, I'm in a hoodie. You guys are dressed like Eskimos, but we're gonna bring our players of the week, or players of the game, for Abington Heights. If you guys want to come around and come in behind us, we got a 4-timer, right?
4-timer.
4-timer. If you get 5 next week, you get the golden robe. And Georgie, I think, is 2, right?
It's 2-timer.
Yeah, you're 2-timer. All right, you talk. I'm gonna grab, and then we'll go from there.
All right, so we'll do defensive first because it's only George's second time. So we decided last week, freshman, 9th grade player, has been outstanding for us on the offensive line, has just improved game after game after game. And when we're doing some stuff in offense, he'd give us fits when he would be, doing stuff and rotating in and out. We said, you know what, threw him in the game a little bit. I believe it was the Dallas game.
Yeah.
Threw him in the game a little bit on defense and was really giving him a lot of trouble. So started the game last week. It was right in the middle of the pack. I think he had 6 or 7 tackles as a defensive lineman.
We said his name a few times on TV.
Yeah,
so.
and a sack.
Right.
So the only sack of the game is from this guy who just, has now carried it over from, starting for us all year at left tackle, now throwing him in there on the defense and literally giving our opponents fits. And he's going against seniors. And, he's a ninth grader coming in here, stepping up, doesn't even flinch at the opportunity. But he's a player of the week this week on defense.
Defensive player of the game, George Nensdale. I remember George when he was about this tall. When Dad used to come to clean the floors up to McAdoo, he'd be buzzing around in the summer, and now he's like the size of the goalpost. So George, what do you think, man? 9th grade, huh? Good stuff. Oh yeah, you get the mic here too, even though it's number 2, so we gotta introduce it every time. What do you think, man?
I think it's great. I don't really know.
Your thoughts on the big sack?
Felt great. First tackle of the night for me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got 3 more years to work on your talking, so we'll give you a pass.
That's a good sign that I may have a job for 3 more years. So keep working on it anyway. But
no, but he's a man of few words, so that's good. We like it.
That's what makes a good leader, though.
Yeah.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have it, our defensive player of the week, George Nensdale. We'll do offense now, and a man who's on time number 4.
Yeah.
1 away from the golden robe.
So
I don't really have a golden robe. I keep making these promises, but I'll put some.
This guy, it was senior night, so big game for him. He could have been the defense player of the game too. He led us in tackles
right
for the game. George got him with the sack though. That kind of pushed him over. That kind of pushed him over the edge. But offensively, it wasn't just offense. It was special teams. It was defense. Every time there was a big play, every time there was a key play, he was right there. Even, the one, I think it was their touchdown pass. It was such a perfectly thrown ball and placed. He had perfect defense.
He wants that one back.
You couldn't have guarded.
That's all I could think in my mind from up there because I've gotten to know him so good.
So I think it was later. It was in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
On your touchdown. So we ran a play to him, and he broke like 9 tackles, except for the one that mattered. He got tackled by his own tackle.
Yeah.
So Rusty tackled him.
Yeah.
Just because he was making so many guys miss, Rusty was trying to help block, and Rusty actually ended up tackling him. Otherwise, he would have scored on that play.
Mm-hmm.
Then a big pass later, right here, right down in the sideline. You were in on that one. Once I watched it on film, reaching over to pylon, but the referee called him out of bounds at the 1. So we actually had a play called, and we had Xavier's number called, and I called a timeout. And I said, no way, not on senior night. We're getting Logan a touchdown. And he walked into the end zone untouched. We had a play called for him that
I think
ran
they were ready for that original call play.
Yeah. So
we saw it. It was like, watch this. It was like a Saquon moment to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what he saw in his head.
But literally could have been the player of the whole game, but offensive player at a game, Logan Gennaro.
Offensive player of the week, number 4 for the year, Logan Gennaro.
Yeah, I mean, with it being senior night, I had to show out for not only me but the people around me, the other 13 seniors, is it?
Well, 14 including
Brady.
Brady.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, I knew I had to show out. I mean, obviously it didn't go as expected. In that run, I tried to get every yard I could. You know, we were down a certain amount of points, and I was just, I was trying to get as many yards as I can. And I thought I was in here too. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? I got it anyway, so that's all that really matters.
In 4 times, that's the most he talked all year, too.
Yeah.
He's getting better. Next year when we run replay, we'll have to bring him back if he's not at school. But there you have it, folks. The Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week. Defensive player, 9th grader, freshman George Nensdale. Senior Logan Gennaro on the offensive side on the ball. I'll tell you a little bit about our sponsor, as always. I'm going to take that from you. You're probably going to want to go get our guest, because at least text him, because I don't want him to freeze to death. Oh, he's here.
He's ready.
Oh, look at him.
He's ready.
He looks like he's ready.
I'm gonna
Thank
give
you,
him
gentlemen.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck
Thank you.
this week.
Thank you.
Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, located at 1299 Route 924 Harley over in Hazel Township. On the automotive side, all your repair, emergency service, inspection, etc., etc., etc. Brian and the boys ready to serve you, whether you're towed in or whether you schedule. Please give them a call at 570-454-7571. Located on the same premises, BLB Auto Sales, open every day until 5:30, 12:30 on Saturdays. You're more than welcome to stop by, as they always say. Check out what they have in stock, or you can check out their stock online in the comfort of your own home, where right now it's probably a lot warmer, at www.barbushauto.com, or give them a call at 570-861-8393. Since 1937. Give us a call. We do it all. Barbush Automotive, BLB Auto Sales, 1299 Route 924 over in Harley and Hazel Township. Again, a special thanks to Brian and staff. Big help this year. Quickly tell you about our sponsors and our season sponsors. Both of them very good friends of mine. Can only give my heart out to them for being able to assist and putting us here and allowing us to bring the content that we do every week and such. R.L. Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton, serving the area for over 110 years. Randy and staff always ready to help out. Please give them a call, 570-455-7355. You can schedule, or these nights are getting colder. You never know. Last 2 nights, tonight and last night, both going down to freezing. The pipes can always malfunction. Within a considerable amount of time of that call, Kelly is freezing to death now. 570-455-7335. Big thanks to R.L. Marchetti Plumbing and Heating. Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, another one of our season sponsors. Big thanks to the Chirico family since 1992. Neil, Renee, Dante running the show right now. Located at 380 South Poplar Street here in Hazleton. You can dine in or order out. Please give them the call at 570-455-7892. Standard Speakers Reader Choice Awards Best Italian Food for 2025. Can't beat it with their special, and you'll see that located on the right hand of your screen with the visual. The 2 or more for $11.50 special. That's the mix and match. So the 7 items that I read to you, you can get 2 or more of those at $11.50 a piece. Makes for a great quick night. As long as you order ahead, you can pick it up. Again, 570-455-7892. Cavatelli, ravioli, stuffed shells, a large Yanapos, Francesca pizza, bone-in wings, all those good foods, or a large pizza as well, on the mix and match. 2 or more of those for $11.50 each. You can't beat it. Also, when thinking of Alta, you can't forget Dante's Inferno Food Truck, another Standard Speaker Reader Choice Best of Award for Best Food Truck here in the city of Hazleton. You can check out Dante's food when they're on site. A lot of times you can order ahead of time. All that info will be on there. This week, they will be down at the Honey Hole Winery down in Drums. Okay, that's going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th. I'm sorry, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm way ahead of myself. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the 28th, the 29th, and 30th. Dante's Inferno Food Truck down in Honey Hole Winery in Drums. Again, you can check them out on Facebook. Alta presents Dante's Inferno. He is coming to the end of the food truck season, but always good to support. Again, in Honey Hole this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Quickly, as I make our way over to our On the Bench segment, want to thank our game week sponsor, the Anthracite Post is back with us. They'll also be sponsoring pre and post game this week. Big thanks to Leanne and Sherry. They are the publishers. They are a local community newspaper, periodical in print form, giving you local community information and neighborhood news. Available at over 65 locations here in the Hazleton and surrounding areas, mostly your local grocery stores, your local businesses. Also available on Facebook, The Anthracite Post, or at www.theanthracitepost.com. Their new issue for this month is out as well, so please check them out. A big thanks to our game week sponsor, The Anthracite Post. We are at the On the Bench segment. As I make my way over, we want to thank Farrell's Funeral Services Incorporated at 26 West 2nd Street here in Hazleton. When the family is in that time of need, please give them a call, 570-454-1561. Jeff Farrell is the director. Andy Piskel is the supervisor. And since 1892, that is a long, long time, folks. Tried to figure it out the other week out with my good friend, Mr. Piskel, who is the supervisor, and we couldn't even do the math. Farrell's Funeral Services Incorporated at 26 West 2nd Street here in Hazleton. Please give them a call, 570-454-1561. And it's come time for my guest, but he's involved in a heavy conversation and is frozen to death. Would you get in here? But you'll see who this is once he gets in here. If he ever gets over this.
4-time.
We're gonna give him the diamond roll.
Where's my 4-time? There it is.
The four-time special guest on the On the Bench segment.
This is extra pay today. Extra donuts.
Extra donuts coming up this Friday.
Coming up this week.
Together.
I am freezing out.
I know. Well, you know, the guy you were just talking to, you can blame it on him. There's a nice press box up there that works.
You gotta tough it out. It's playoff time.
Well, you're the one that's complaining.
Yeah, but I'm old. That's why. And the bench is cold. We have like a mat or something.
I should have brought a blanket.
You should have brought a blanket and put on our legs.
You only have like 4 on. Anyway, Paul Bo is back with us. Thanks for coming on, man.
Anytime, buddy.
It's always fun. It's always an experience.
I was sleeping at my house watching the game. I said, I got to get down. Mikey needs me.
He said I'm going in the car till it's time. Make sure you text me. Yeah, wait, I'll pull out my phone right in the middle of the show. But anyway, Paul is our On the Bench guest again. Sportswire.com is where we'll be this Friday.
We will be there Friday night. Yep.
Little bit more about being at the playoff game. Also from the Hazleton Area School District YouTube broadcast, local celebrity, regional.
I don't know about that.
Regional legends. I don't know where you want to go, but
that's about it.
What's going on with you?
Not much.
I mean, we've been working together a lot, so I really can't ask that. But
we see each other all the time. I see you more than I see my wife, I think.
I know. My wife said that about me with him the other night. So
that's okay.
I don't know, but,
that's okay. I don't argue with my friends. That's what I always say. No, I mean, it's the best time of year. Playoffs are coming up, and, you know, the regular season out the window. Doesn't matter. You know, just to tune up for the playoffs. Everybody makes the playoffs. 4 teams. We saw it last year with Williamsport winning the district last year, and nobody thought they would win the district. That team was kind of in disarray, and, you know, they went on a 2-game winning streak, and, you know, they won the district last year. So, you know, Hazleton seems healthy.
Scott mentioned, Coach Sacco mentioned earlier, right. A lot of guys coming back now.
Right,
here
up to Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre stumbled last week against Williamsport. Everyone played. It wasn't like they held guys out. Everyone played. So, I mean, you never know. You got to get on the board first. You got to hang close. And, you know, you never know what can happen. Even the Dolphins won yesterday. So
How about it? I mean, it's you and Coach Sacco, big Dolphins fans, as they threw a little dig earlier, and he was just surprised that
Well,
like,
so
the
was
score
I.
was what it was. Yeah, but
So
you're
I was just waiting. I'm waiting for the disaster to happen, but it never did.
no, it's always good, but
Yeah.
it's a brand new season.
Yeah, absolutely.
The record 0-0. You know, Coach Sacco and I talk weekly about things starting to click. I know you saw some good things there.
Absolutely.
Going last week, right?
Lopez and JJ are connecting now. We've been saying it all year. They're inches away, and the last couple of games they've really showed what's going to be years to come here. You know, that combination of that, you know, alpha wide receiver, your franchise quarterback, which could be JJ, you know what I
Right.
mean? His legs, his arms. I mean, I said it all year. This is a young team. This is a very talented, athletic team.
Very athletic.
You know, but when you're young, as coach will agree, you're young in sometimes in the wrong places. You know, you make mistakes. We seem to clean up all the personal fouls. There was only one in the last 2 weeks, which is always a good thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that comes from just maturity. You know, as the kids get older, I mean, younger kids will, you know, for lack of a better word, do stupid things. It happens.
Right.
You know,
right.
but they're all teachable mistakes, and you know, they seem to learn from them. And you know, there were some good things on Friday night. Abington was a beast. That was a machine. You know, they
return between the running back and the I guess
the wide receiver and the quarterback, and that wasn't even their starting quarterback. That was the first game he played in 4 games.
Right.
All
he
state
was back.
baseball player.
Mhm.
You know,
He is a commit to Alabama.
Alabama for baseball.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, we had some good moments in the second half. That team reminded me a lot of Nazareth with the good real good quarterback, the wide receivers, the running backs, and just to show you how good like Nazareth like is 7-3 in that conference that they're playing in. So that's how good of a conference they play in. You know, so we know what we went up against them, and you know, Hazleton's a 6A school. They don't dodge anybody. They play a tough schedule. So you know, hopefully that pays off come playoff time. That's what you always play for. You know, you always want to play the tougher teams. So when playoff time comes around, you're seasoned and ready.
Right.
You know, the sophomores are now technically, you know, juniors.
And again, we got to remember it was only 5 weeks ago. The opportunities that were there that presented themselves early in that, you know, regular season matchup up there at Wilkes-Barre. Things could have really swung a different way.
Yeah, and I still say that ball on the 10-yard line towards the end of the game, JJ was down, and they called it a fumble.
Right.
From my vantage point, it looked like his knee was down.
No, and when you guys called for me, I was talking totally about something else.
Yeah,
so
you were on the other side of the field.
I would have been there though. I was right
but,
even
but
with it.
I mean,
I agree.
Take that away,
right?
And if you score, now it's a 2-possession game with about 6 minutes to go.
Right.
So
and we have to remember they got the ball back for the last
right. They did get the ball back, but you never know what can happen like that. You know, momentum's a funny thing, especially in football.
High school.
You know, high school football. It's you know, and a lot of these teams that you see. No, I'm not saying Hazleton because we've been on the wrong side a lot this year, but like some teams that aren't used to losing, like a Wilkes-Barre, who's been, you know, has a good record. But when they start losing, you know, hey, we haven't been here before. You know, it's almost like a boxing, you know, bout when someone you're good till you get punched in the jaw.
Right.
Once you get punched in the jaw, let's see how you counter punch out of that.
Well, we both agreed when even, you know, despite the miscues and that whole fumble thing, and we both agreed that Hazleton was in that game till midway through the third quarter.
Yes,
for sure.
I think we're going to be in for a really good game on Friday night. I would not be surprised with an upset, with Hazleton upsetting them. It would not surprise me at all. But we'll see. We have to, you know, it has to happen.
Right.
You have to,
yeah, we can all sit here and
yeah,
pre-describe everything that's going on in our minds and their minds and what we saw and what we're going to see. And I mean, you're just, especially in high school sports, high school football, you're not going to know until it happens.
Right, of course. So it should be a good game. We'll be on the air about 6:45. 6:45 pregame. We'll get an interview with Scott. You'll be on the field, freezing.
Oh no, I'm if I can find my Cougars hat, Scott's lending me his. He said so.
Go up to the team store.
I'll
They got a
wash
lot of
it.
hats.
It'll be all right.
We got to get a lot of team hats there. And Sportswire has some garb I saw now on their thing. I got to talk.
They
got to
break with some.
They got to talk.
A
to
nice
Justin.
jacket. I know that.
Well, I don't know about jackets.
When we were up at where did we see Justin?
Listen,
he had his hat, he had his nice little Nike shirt, and I mean, we support our team, of course, but it's Nike garb.
Did he have Sportswire stuff?
Oh, it was sports. All sports. Yeah, we got nothing.
He just texted me. I didn't get to talk to him at the game. He texted me.
Nice 3/4, maybe a little wear. I'll be like Coach Rich or a little Under Armour. He's watching. I'm so dead. But anyway, Paul, tell us where we can find it, where they can find us. And
it's on sportswire.com on the website. I believe it's Sportswire Mixler. Is it not?
Mixler?
Yeah.
Mixler.
It's the same link as always. It's always the same link. I'll have it on my Facebook.
I'll post it on the pod.
Yeah, we'll have it on later in the week once we get a graphic made up, and we'll get everything posted. Hopefully, everybody tunes in. And
absolutely,
we'll give them a good call on the game, and paint a picture like you're actually watching it on TV, like we try to do. So.
Yeah, except when they call for the sideline reporter and he can't hear what they're saying, and
but we got that worked out.
Yeah,
we have the high tech.
I still had the earpiece, but I was somewhere else. I don't know what happened, but I'll make up for it.
It's okay. And there will be donuts courtesy of Dunkin' Donuts in Pottsville.
Oh, can't wait. What do I get?
The over and under for you was 4.5 donuts.
No, I didn't do 4.5.
Well, you did 5.
I do 3.
He went over with the donuts.
I go 3. I tried for 4, but then we ended up saving it for my daughter like 3 weeks.
And she got it like 3 days later.
Yeah.
You held it out on her.
I put it on the counter and I
brought her 6th
last Friday, not this past, but last homecoming. You brought her a 6. By Saturday morning or Sunday morning, she had 3 gone. And I was told if I touched the other 2 by Monday or Tuesday, because they were breakfast, she was getting Uncle Paulie on my case. So I can't win with this donut thing, but I will get my extra cream, extra sugar.
Hello, Randy Marchetti.
4 times, 4 shots of caramel. Because no thanks to our own Marchetti, Randy Marchetti.
He gave me the 4 shot, and
then I'm up till like 4 o'clock Sunday morning. That's
I'm just happy. I'm just happy I could drive home with my eyes open.
Well,
that's a long drive, but you guys keep me.
We do.
You guys keep me alert.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks. One of the I don't know if I call it the better half of the duo or
no, Rich is the better half.
It's the 3 of us. You'll hear you, the coach, Rich
and BP Burke, who's sick today.
BP Burke is sick. We have a commercial we're getting ready to work on. He's like, I can't. I'm a little stuffy, a little nasally.
He said he'll be ready in 2 days.
And myself on the sidelines freezing. I won't just wear a hoodie and an Under Armour. And we'll have
in the booth where it's nice and warm.
We'll have it live for you via internet audio cast, sportswire.com at Mixler. More information will be up on Paul's Facebook and the local Sports Pods Facebook later this week. Man, it's been fun.
It's always been fun.
We might get in 5 time.
Well, listen,
5 time. I don't know.
The Dolphins play Thursday, so I don't have to worry about the Dolphins. I'm not moving Thursday night. So we're going to watch that. We're going to go for 2 in a row. So. Lamar Jackson will be back, so that'll be...
Hopefully they won't have those black uniforms.
I hope not. They're ugly. Oh, my God.
All the color rush and they got black.
I'm not a big fan of that color rush thing.
No, I'll take our Eagles.
Listen,
I'll take the Kelly green.
I like simple like Abington's jerseys were simple. Because I can't see.
They reminded me of the old. Well, when you have a black jersey and you have a dark number,
the worst is Dallas. Dallas's jerseys are the worst. You can't see the numbers in basketball. You can't see the numbers in football. And here in football, we're way up yonder. I don't have binoculars.
Yeah,
we got to get Bobby Mahalik to splurge for.
Yeah, add that to the to-do list.
To the budget. I couldn't find. I went to Walmart looking for binoculars. I couldn't find any.
Must have been a hot item for the summer.
Either that or they stole them out of there. They stole everything else out of that.
Well, there you have it. It's always an experience with Paul Bowe, ladies and gentlemen.
And remember, sponsors. 2 chubby guys are hungry. Feed us. Next week we're getting fed, right? Where are we going?
We're working on that.
We're working on that.
We can't disclose it. Thanks, Paul. I didn't even talk to him yet.
Don't worry about it. They got a lot of money. He'll take care of us. I remember when he played Pee Wee football. He was a great.
Paul's always begging for food. We'll beg for food Friday night again. We even wanted to get Rich.
Rich
was cold though. We wanted to get him a hoodie We wanted somebody to run the Boscovs for him. We wanted to get him a nice warm red one.
Yeah,
A nice
Rich won't beg for food. He
No.
says, I can't believe you guys are asking for food.
It's
I
us.
said, listen, quick story. Down in Williamsport, the one day I was joking around, Park Pizza, because they were one of our sponsors. I
Right.
was
You
saying,
guys just say,
well,
that
yeah,
we
but
did
this is
Williamsport.
years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, I never had Park Pizza. The next game, there was 4 pans of pizza up there and like 3 dozen of wings. He sent them up there for. I gave everybody got to eat, but Scott Robinson, great guy, send all the food up there for us.
So, by the
So
way,
you never know.
folks,
Asking you might
we will
receive.
be in Plains at the Wilkes-Barre football stadium, the pack.
The booth at the end.
Yeah,
the one that's tilted.
We arrive usually around 5. We can definitely take and take out. Just tell them it's for the sportswear guys. You know, it'll keep us warm. Rich will be happy. We'll get him a hoodie. We'll get him a hoodie somewhere.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get him. I don't even know what sportswear colors are.
Blue and white.
Is it blue and white?
It's
We'll have to get him a nice navy. I'll go to Boscov's this week, but
get him one of those imprint, not like the one that you have for that other place.
oh yeah, no. He wouldn't. I'll just give him mine.
That thing's seen better days. I got to talk to my brother about that.
But anyway, there you have it. Our good friend Paul Ball is back. Always an experience. Coach Sacco has ice cubes coming off his earlobes. So
Just
we're
gonna
going to
shut the lights off on us tonight.
No. Shh. We got to get done. All right.
Are we done?
We're done. Go get
All right.
warm.
Can I leave?
Yes, you can leave.
I've been dismissed.
Yes, you're out.
All
Thank you,
right.
Paul Ball.
Anytime, buddy.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right. We'll talk tomorrow.
We'll get back with Coach here. Quickly, we want to remind you we have one more, possibly 2 more games left. So we'd love to have you in as a sponsor. Again, as we get closer to the holidays, the warm weather is gone. Trust me, if you're out here right now, sitting on the bench with Paul, I may have ice cubes growing in places I can't even speak of. Kelly's got a red nose, begging me to say, get it moving, mister. So if you want to give it that little extra push, still have room for game week, pre and post. Even for this week, we can still get you in. Please give us a call, 570-778-5942, or PM us on Facebook, the local sports pod, as we get Coach heads into the end zone and we get set for a quick second half here. No blowouts, but I see you got the ice cubes gone now.
Right.
He'll talk for hours complaining he's cold, but he goes and then you can't stop him.
Yeah.
We should have brought some food in. I might have stopped him, but
Think of that. We could have pushed Dante a little bit more.
yeah, and I mean, like they do on them shows, like he could bring us some cannolis and maybe like some pizzas, some wings.
Yeah.
We got to get with him about this. But anyway, as we get here into the second half and begin our walk, maybe it'll warm us up a little. And we head to the west end zone and for home. Coach getting set for the District 2 6A sub-regional semifinal this Friday night, Wilkes-Barre. Second time in 5 weeks now you're back. As you mentioned, a lot more fresher on the body side. People that were out, people that were back. Give us your thoughts on where we're headed into this District 2 6A semifinal.
So, I mean, when we went into the Wilkes-Barre game, that's kind of when the injuries started piling up.
Right.
That was JJ's first game at quarterback. So the first half was kind of not even really a shell of himself, I would say, kind of just trying to get the flow of the game, the speed of the game. It was going really fast for him. We had a lot of defensive players out that game, still kind of hung in that game. And, the final score ended up being 21-35. We had a chance to go in right at I think there was like 4 minutes left where we could have scored again. And they said we fumbled. It could have been 28-35 with 4.5 minutes left. We had all 3 timeouts. So it really could have been a different game. Wasn't thrilled with how, their coach worded it in the paper the next day where he said, we played a real sloppy game. If we would have played a better team, it would have been a different story. With the young team that we had, the amount of injuries that we had, we're pretty confident going into this game. We're excited for it. We're excited for the opportunity. We want to go up there. We, hope that they're looking at it and thinking like, they didn't play their best game. And, they think that they could just run away with it. I mean, I told our guys, I read in the paper last week, they already have it sketched in Wilkes-Barre versus Williamsport for the District 2 championship. Mm-hmm. We have something to say about that. we're going up there. We think this is the healthiest that we've been all year. Our young guys are really starting to click. We had 10 weeks of work now. So we're going to go up there and, see what we got. Yep. See what we got. See if we could compete and, take it. We'll take it. We'll take that we're in the playoffs. We're going to take an extra game. It's an extra week of practice for us, for our young guys, to get ready. And yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to the game Friday night.
As far as players, like coach, again, who to look out for this time around. And
I mean, they have their quarterback, Hal. I mean, he's just he's having an awesome senior year. He spreads the ball out a lot. He has 4 wide receivers with over 20 catches. They really spread the ball out. They have Underwood at running back. A lot of talented guys. Another very senior heavy team. A lot of talented guys. Looking forward. It's something that you don't think of at this time of the year, but looking at the forecast, supposed to be a washout Thursday of rain with a cold front coming behind it, which is looks like high winds Friday night. A windy game. And when you're going against a speedy team like Wilkes-Barre that really likes to throw the ball a lot, I'll take that advantage. We'll take that advantage all day. But hey, you got to play the weather. You got to play the weather. You got to play what we play football outside. You got to see what's going to happen. We got to go up there and we got to do our job. And if everything comes together the right way, and we could get a playoff game, we would love that. We would love it.
Yeah, it's actually an exciting week. It's an exciting time. You get that next breath. As you mentioned, some are calling it last breath. I disagree. We've again talked and used the word click so much every time we've done our walks and we spoke, and Paul Bowe agreed with me as well too. I think some clicking is about to start happening.
Yeah, it needs to. It needs to. I even said after our Abington Heights game, we still have not come together and fully. We had some guys playing really well, and some guys not. Just if that all comes together and everything clicks at once, what a better time than to have it do, in a playoff game with a familiar foe. I mean, we know Wilkes-Barre, they know us. We know what we're going to get. They know what they're going to get. We're going to go up there and just battle it out Friday night.
Well, there you have it. From the head Cougar himself. The den is a little ruckus. I could feel the tension in the room downstairs. This film was ending tonight. I've said it every week because I've been able to feel it on the sidelines. Every week they feel like they're in it. Every week they feel like they can win. And this Friday is going to be no different. Again, we remind you the District 2 6A sub-regional semifinal game, 7 o'clock this Friday night up in Plains, Wilkes-Barre Stadium, home of the Pack. Places to listen if you cannot make it to Wilkes-Barre. We just had him on. Our good friend Paul Bowe, head coach Rich Salonis, BP Burke, Brian Borky, myself on the sidelines freezing with the rest of the people. I will have his hat. Sportswire.com at Mixler, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock airtime, and kickoff. Want to remind you, we are not done yet, and hopefully not done in another facet when we get together next Monday night on the 3rd of November. I'm telling you now, if there's snow on the ground, we're going in the press box. I'm not going to freeze. I'm just kidding. I'll do whatever you say. You're Papa Cougar. I got to do whatever he says. So, but quickly thank our sponsors as always. Again, our season sponsors, RL Marchetti Plumbing and Heating here in Hazleton, Alta Pizzeria and Pasta House, Dante's Inferno food truck located here in Hazleton. Our sponsor for players of the game, Barre Automotive, BLB Auto Sales. Our game week sponsor, a big thanks again to the Anthracite Post coming back for the playoff game. Our on the bench guest, Paul Ball, always fun, four-time guest. We get him the 5. We got to come up with an idea for like a Ric Flair robe or something because he's just going to keep at it. Or we get him food, he might be happy.
There we go.
We'll get him a third base, Hoagie. But again, thanks to Paul and of course our sponsor on that one, Farrell's Funeral Services Incorporated here in Hazleton. Again, we will join you next Monday, where we will review, refresh, and hopefully preview. As long as our boys are able to conquer the feat this week and get a playoff win here. New season, 0-0. Hopefully after this week, 1-0. That's going to do it. As always, my friend, Coach Sacco, thank you so much. We're going to go get warm now. We hope you enjoyed this week. Please always remember to view, share, like, follow, comment, Facebook, The Local Sports Pod, YouTube, view at The Local Sports Pod, and of course, Instagram, Local Sports Pod. Mike Sosar signing out. Let's go Cougars.